So, which I'm not gonna get. So my relationship with wine doesn't involve any more schooling.
Doesn't involve
It just involves
Wait for that job.
So he asked, she said, is it about wine or is it about life? Well, wine is life. I mean, everything that wine has is all about life. It's science, it's history, it's romance.
It's good.
Wine has all the, yes, wine has all the credentials of all the information that you want to know about anything in the world. So if you learn about wine, you really learn how to travel as well. You learn about culture and what it's like in other countries. And so we're going to go back right now. You can imagine going back in time over 200 years. And we're going to talk about a woman who was a brilliant woman, who was an inventor, a war criminal, a banker, a textilist, and a champagne maker, and an inventor. She actually invented the method champenois that is still used today. Her name was Barbie Nicole Ponsardin Clicquot. She was a widow, and so because of Napoleonic laws, she had all the rights that men have. And at the time, women had pretty much zero rights. They were all considered chattel. So what she did was, she had the greatest wine ever made. There was a watershed moment where they started using wood, or coal rather than wood, to make bottles. The method of champenois was all of a sudden something that made. So she made the first wine that had a label. It had a star, and it had a trail on it, because it was the year of Halley's Comet. The year was 1815, and she had this wine in her cellar. Now, think of this, all the armies of the world are converging on a region called Champagne, which is known as a battleground for thousands of years. Think about the year 1000 BC and 1 million soldiers on the battlefield, 1 million. And of course, what did they do after they decided that they were going to finish the war, after they were defeated, was they celebrated with what?
Champagne.
With champagne, which was the way, right? It wasn't a sparkling wine for another 1,500 years. But this woman, Barbie Nicole Ponsardin, decided she was going to store this away. All the armies of the world were converging on Champagne, but one of her lovers, who was a Russian duke, was also a cavalry officer, and he offered his troops. And so after the officers and the gentlemen of the Russian army enjoyed all the pleasures that bestowed soldiers in that day, they were given a token, and they were given a bottle of that 1815 Clicquot Ponsardin champagne. And as an homage, one of the greatest women of all time, they took their sabers and well, there we go. So that's what they call delayed reaction. So no glass can remain in this bottle. This bottle has 8 atmospheres. So there's no way that any glass can remain in. However, I would please advise you not to touch the end of this bottle, because it is extremely sharp.
Yeah.